Representing the 241st session is Mike Scott, Sheriff with the Lee County Sheriff's Office in Fort Myers, Florida. Sheriff Scott and his wife, Krista, have 2 children, Lindsay and Mackenzie. He holds a bachelor's in political science from the University of South Florida and an MBA from MPAC University in Charlotte County, Florida. Mike has 23 years of service from the Lee County Sheriff's Office and was elected as sheriff in 2004 and re-elected in 2008. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 241st Sessions Class Spokesperson, Sheriff Mike Scott.
Thank you for that kind introduction and good morning. And Director Muller, let me start by saying thank you, sir, for being with us this morning. It's a privilege and an honor. My classmates and I appreciate it. And as law enforcement professionals, we recognize your many years of service to community, service above self, from your service as a United States Marine in Vietnam, to your service as a United States Attorney in courtrooms across this country prosecuting criminals, to your current position of service as the Director of the FBI, a position many don't realize you took just 1 week prior to the tragedies of 9/11. And while our nation and world remains vigilant, your leadership, sir, does not go without notice. Thank you. I would be remiss if I didn't briefly mention the unit staff here. Greg Capetta, Unit Chief, the entire staff and faculty here at the National Academy are to be commended. Although I have to tell you that after the first couple of PT classes, we were left to wonder if maybe the fitness instructors think FBI stands for Fresh Bodies Incoming. Actually, we applaud the incorporation of fitness and the focus on health and wellness that, combined with the academic accomplishments and, of course, the networking, make this the most prestigious law enforcement training in the world today. I want to acknowledge, welcome, and thank the many police chiefs that are here with us, certainly fellow sheriffs, agency heads, and ranking members of agencies that are here in support of our class. It means a lot. My Chief Deputy, Rob Holman, is among you this morning. Formerly with the FBI for many years as an agent, Chief Holman has fond memories here at Quantico, and he's been doing the heavy lifting, if you will, in South Florida in my absence, enabling me to more fully focus on and enjoy the Academy experience. And so I want to publicly acknowledge my Chief Deputy, Rob Holman. The importance and significance of family and friends cannot be overstated or taken for granted. We had a very inspiring reminder of this several weeks ago right here in this room from enrichment speaker Bobby Smith, a Louisiana state trooper gunned down during a traffic stop and left blinded, 100% blind for the rest of his life. Trooper Smith would later lose his only daughter and then his only son in separate tragic deaths. And he spoke candidly and spoke well to the importance of having our priorities in life straight and keeping a firm focus on family and recognizing that the future is uncertain. And as I shared with my classmates several weeks ago, we learn from yesterday, we live for today. The best we can do is hope for tomorrow. Tomorrow is not guaranteed for anybody here, and so I would challenge everyone to make sure that your priorities are in order as we move forward. It's been a wonderful experience here. To the 241, I thank you for the opportunity to speak on your behalf this morning. I consider this among the highest privileges and honors of my professional career, and I don't take it lightly. 10 weeks ago, we converged here on Marine Base Quantico, as you heard earlier in the introduction, from 49 states and 25 different countries. So very diverse, and yet actually very similar. We were somewhat aware of what to expect and what was ahead, but not exactly sure how it would unfold and play out. We've learned and we've laughed together. We've studied, we've sweat together. We've shared the pain of tragic losses among our agencies and among our families together. And we've celebrated newborn birth. Aaron from Alabama, again, congratulations on a newborn baby while we were here. This morning, our thoughts and prayers are with our brother and our comrade, Tony Lee, the Beverly Hills, California Police Department, who was injured last Wednesday and unfortunately needed to leave to go home for surgery. Last Friday, Tony left, and I spoke with him before he left, and he asked that I briefly mention Leo Alonzo from San Antonio, Texas, and Tom Hoover from Harrisburg, Virginia, our 2 classmates and comrades who carried him from the base of that dangerous rock ledge to a point where the ambulance could better access him and take over. Tony will be announced this morning as a graduate, and certainly he will come across this stage with his warrior spirit. Tony also shared with me that as he was leaving the academy here to get in the car to go to the airport, there were so many cameras going off and so many well-wishers and high fives, he thought he was back in Beverly Hills, California with the paparazzi. It's been a phenomenal experience, and I wish each and every one of you well as you continue your careers. Again, Director Muller, I can't say enough about the opportunity here. Family and friends, thank you for gathering with us. Those at home who can't be with us and await our safe return. My mother is here with us this morning. My wife and our 2 daughters are here. And to them and to all of you, I say thank you. Thank you for your sacrifices while we were away. Thank you for your patience while we were here at the Academy. The good news is we've become very proficient at washing and folding our own laundry, and I'm sure that's a skill that you will want to see demonstrated many times when we return to the home front. Wednesdays were our big challenge runs, and after the challenge run, we would huddle behind charismatic figures like Gilbert from Hong Kong, Pete Camacho from New Mexico, TiVo from Hawaii. We would huddle around them, and they would lead us in a rally chant of sort. They would ask, "Who are we?" And we would reply in unison, 241. Who are we? 241. We would repeat that several times, and it would build to a crescendo, a frenzy of high fives and fist pumping before we would retreat to the showers. And one Wednesday the thought occurred to me, 241 is much more than just a number. You see, 2-for-1s are special. 2-for-1s don't come around every day. 2-for-1 is a great deal by anybody's standard. 10 weeks ago, we arrived here. We've been enriched and educated. We've been challenged. And I would submit to you that this has truly been a 2-for-1 great experience with world-class training and world-class networking all combined in one academy. Ladies and gentlemen, there are only 3 types of people in our world today. There are people who make things happen, there are people who watch things happen, and there are people who wonder what happened. I wish you safe returns back to your agencies, and I challenge you to continue to be that person that makes things happen for the overall good of the world we live in today. And in closing, I'll borrow a line from a very famous song by the legendary performer Elton John, because this morning our futures truly lie beyond the yellow brick road. Thank you, 241. It's been an honor and a privilege to speak on your behalf, and I wish you well as you continue your careers.